G'day, welcome back to part 2 of the Rotel amplifier repair. I've had some parts come in, so let's see if we can get it to work. Last time we removed this shorted transistor. I couldn't find a direct replacement, so I found a substitute. Here's the data sheet. I'm just having a look at the data sheet here to make sure the emitter, collector and base is in the correct position. Conveniently, they've labelled this on the circuit board. Let's flip it over and solder in the new transistor. Now I'm going to check for shorts and any mistakes I've made during soldering. It all looks good. I'm going to connect the amplifier to my dim bulb tester. That way, if there's a short, the bulb should light up and hopefully save the amplifier. Well, they haven't lit up too brightly and there's no magic smoke coming out. I'm confident enough to bypass the dim bulb tester. I'm going to connect my multimeter up to the bias test points for this channel and we'll see if we have something here. Last time we didn't. Turning the amplifier on, we can see that the test point is climbing. That's awesome. Last time we had nothing there, so this seems to have fixed our problem. It is a little bit too high, so I'm going to adjust it down for now. Rotel specify this should be about 8 millivolts, so what we'll do is we'll get it about right, then we'll play some music through it for about 5 or 10 minutes, let it warm up. Then I'm going to connect it to the Keithley multimeter on both channels, get the bias where it should be, and we'll check it on the scope. So here's a test speaker I put together rather than just having loose speakers on the bench. Cut these out, little boxes on the laser cutter. Now I've connected the speakers up and the oscilloscope. Let's see what happens. I immediately noticed that we've got no DC on the right channel anymore like last time, which is great. Don't want DC on your speaker outputs. So now I'm going to put a signal in, the 1 kilohertz test tone that we had last time, turn the amplifier up and see if we get that weird clipped wave effect. There's the original waveform from part 1. I think we fixed our problem. Okay, I'm going to play some music for a while and let it warm up. Let's go back in, adjust the bias using the Keithley multimeter. The multimeter's been warmed up and it's within its calibration. Now it's not really strictly necessary to use a high-end multimeter for this, but it makes for a nice on-screen display and it's sitting there, so why not? The bias adjustment controls are really touchy, so be careful when you're doing this. A little bit goes a long way. So we've set both channels to around 8 millivolts. Now we're going to put the lid back on, screw it all back together and give it a good test run. This is the actual audio from the amplifier. It's all working well. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It'd help me out a lot. Also give it a big thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. Catch you next time.